Thank you, Mr. President and members of the board. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm State Representative Dave Abbott, I live in Obscenity, Indiana, and I'm here to speak on the proposed removal of the book, The Absolute Diary of a Part-Time Indian. As a representative, I generally try to support my community as a whole, community affairs, economic development, this and that, responding to constituent issues, but I never thought I'd stand before the school board on an issue so important as this, but it is a statewide issue, so that's why I'm here. I really have gotten involved in this just as of recently, maybe a month ago. Met with some of you on the school board, I met with the superintendent, we've had some discussions, so I'm somewhat familiar with the process. But I'm disturbed on what we're facing right now, because my number one priority is protecting the child. And I know there's a bill, 1447, that's provided a template for school boards to follow. There are some provisions in that bill that are questionable, specifically 3549 2-1 and 2-2. I want to put first the priority as the child. And I think the materials myself I find disgusting and disturbing, sexually explicit, inappropriate, and I want to propose a different way to look at this as we are trying to find ways to work with this in uncharted territory. And I believe what we need to do is reconsider that and look at what's, because it's uncharted, and I'll explain in a minute what that means, we need to look at this in a way that we first look at what's acceptable in the classroom without social values put in. I mean, my idea is that education of a child is first about the education, secondly, there was wellness and the safety of that child when they're in school. And that's been endowed on the school board and the school corporation to make sure that happens. I want that to stay number one priority. Issues like this book, I think it's better to err on the side of safety and common sense, which would be to remove the book and let the process play out as we work through this at the legislature. Fast forward, I have contacted the Attorney General's office. I've decided to take the next step. We're doing a deep dive through an opinion with a team of attorneys at the Attorney General's office. I'm also working with the Superintendent, Katie Jenner, and we are also working on that from another angle as possibly a statewide policy. This is a process that will take a little time, especially on the legal side of it. There's case law that supports it. There's conflicting statutes that could come into play. I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of our conversations, but what I want to recommend to this board is please, I would like to support removing the book at this point in time. Let's take a look at this, and then in my opinion, I think we can move forward in a more responsible, common sense way. So thank you.
Thank you.